Hello, it's Sarah Jane at Cards and a Cuppa, and I'm here today to share with you this tiny treat box card, and inside there's a Jack-in-the-Box style card to send to your friends. I've used Butterfly Basics and the Stampin' Up's tiny treat boxes. They're both included in the new catalogue. Here it is. If you haven't got your own copy and want one, send me a message, go to my blog or message me here on YouTube. There's the Butterfly Basic stamp set, and it's still a bundle and save 15% when you buy the dies with it, and that's on page 124. And the little craft boxes are on page 151, and you get 24 of these, or 25 of these for just £6.50, so they're a bit of a bargain. Okay, so when you get the tiny treat boxes, they come flat packs like this. So what you need to do is fold them the opposite way to reinforce your score lines, and then fold down all of your flaps backwards and forwards so that you get a nice sharp box. And then I've done the bottom already. So to assemble this, you push down this piece with the V in it, and then pop the two sides in, and then fold the bottom down, push it in, and then it just pops back, and then it's a perfectly flat bottom. Now inside you're going to need a sheet of A4 Whisper White card. I will put all these measurements on my blog, so don't worry about writing them down too much. But as we go through it, I've got them in inches as well. Okay, so cut along your long side of A4 at 4.7 centimetres, and that is 1 7/8 of an inch wide, and that gives you your Jack-in-the-Box piece of card. Now score first at 4.5 centimetres, that's 1 3/4 of an inch, and then wait, and then because we're going to stamp this first, and if you score it, then you're going to get areas that aren't stamped so well if you score it first. So let's start with the fern, and we've got the sentiment, and we'll have the little butterfly and maybe the little postmark. So first of all, I think what we do is stamp the sentiment first. You're going to have to measure this though, and between 18 centimetres from the bottom and 22.5 centimetres. So let's do it on here. 18 and 22.5, which is 7 1/8 and 8 7/8 centimetres, inches. That's where your sentiment's going to be, and if you stamp that here, then your sentiment will be on a flat piece rather than on a bend. So I'm going to use my Stamp-A-Majig. So you line up you get your Stamp-A-Majig sheet and your handle, and lock that sheet into the corner. Ink up your sentiment, lock it into the corner, slide it down, slide it up, and then pop your sentiment in between the marks that you've made. Put your handle back, remove your imaging sheet, ink it up again, lock, slide and slide, and there's your sentiment. Now decorate the rest of your piece. Now whilst you've still got the mint out, just pop that to one side. I'm going to stamp a couple of extra butterflies, the small ones, because we can punch them out, and I'm also going to stamp one of the large butterflies. I have already done that and die cut it out here, so I'm just going to show you. All you do is ink it up, press and lift, and then you're going to die cut that out. Now for my butterfly thinlits die, I always make sure that I write on the outside of the packet using a Sharpie how many dies are in the packet, so that I can see at a glance whether they're all put away. And then I buy inexpensive magnetic sheets and keep my dies on them in the packet, just because I like them to stay nice and flat. And then all you do is line it up over your stamped image and run that through your big shot. So to make this video a little bit quicker, I've already done that. And then you're going to punch out these two butterflies, the little ones. Line it up, punch. Okay, now get your paper trimmer back, and this is where you're going to do your scoring. So make sure you've got your cutting blade well out of the way, and then you're going to score again at every 4.5 centimetres. So you've already done 4.5, so that's 9 centimetres, 13.5 centimetres, 18 centimetres, 22.5, and then 27. Now in inches, that is 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 3/8, 7 1/8, 8 7/8, and 10 5/8. Again, like I say, I will put these on my blog so that it's easier. Now I'm going to just punch the top using the this scallop tag topper punch. It is wider than the tag topper, so you need to centralise, and then what I do is just turn it over and check to make sure it is in the centre, and then punch, and that just gives you a pretty top. Right, let's just rub out that little pencil mark that I made for the sentiment, and then you're going to assemble. So fold, start from this end, fold back, forwards, forwards, and that's it. And then that way when you open the box, it opens the correct way. Right, so back to the box. To decorate the box, we're just going to use some washi tape. Now all I did with this is cut a straight edge and then start at the bottom with a little edge hanging over the back. This will be the back of your card, the back of your box. And then follow the box around. And then trim that off so there's a little crossover, but not so it overhangs. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Tombow, and all you're going to do is put some glue on the bottom piece and pop it in the bottom of the box. Leave that to dry. Now you've got this big butterfly, so I'm going to just use my bone folder to curve the wings quite a lot so that it fits in the little square. And then I've got a pair of tweezers, and I'll just fold the centre of the butterfly around. I'm going to add 2 layers of dimensionals behind each wing, because I want a good curve on it, so that, and it doesn't matter so much about the depth of this because obviously it's going in the box. So Right, a little bit of glue down the centre. Probably easier to do that before you add the dimensionals. Don't forget to take the backing off. And then glue that to the square. You need to just hold it just to let the glue go off a little bit. Right, now you just take these butterflies, fold them around your tweezers and add a couple of them wherever you like really. You can add them where you've put butterflies if you like, over the top, so that you've got like a double layer effect, or you can just pop them where the mood takes you. I think I'm going to put this one right in the bottom so that there's something to look at in the bottom of your box. Oops. Okay, now you're going to need something to pull your Jack-in-the-Box out. So I'm using, this is retired colour thick baker's twine, but it's quite a good green to go with the mint macaron. This is about a 20 centimetre piece, and you're just going to thread the loop, fold it in half, thread the loop through your tag hole and pull the string through, and that leaves you just enough to poke out the front so that the recipient knows what to do when they get it. And then you tuck that in, and it just hangs out over the little cutaway section. So for the top of the box, you're going to need a 4.5 centimetre square of Whisper White. That's 1 3/4 inches, and then you're just going to decorate that with your fern and your butterflies and a sentiment if you've got one. Now I used Work of Art for the sentiment, and there's Just For You sentiments that are in here. They're just little enough to fit perfectly. Always test it, make sure you've got it the right way and it's got nothing stuck to it. And then you Just For You, add the little butterfly. Now wouldn't that make a great teacher's present, just to pop in with a little teacher's gift at the end of the school year? You've got so many ways that you could use this. A child's birthday card would be brilliant. And there you've got your card in a box. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you want to see more, check out my YouTube channel, and for lots of photo tutorials and other ideas, please visit my blog. Thanks very much for watching.